Hi everyone, Ravi this side. Welcome to Engineering Adda. Today in this video, we are going to see how we can develop a real-time notification system using SSE. SSE is nothing but it is a server sent event. So using this event, how we can develop a real-time notification system. That is what we are going to discuss in this video. So those who don't know what is SSE, I will explain you that as well, and then we'll try to implement the real-time notification system using SSE. So when we are talking about the real-time notification system, you might come across the idea like how the uh, Netflix or let's say Amazon give you the notification when some new items is listed in their bucket, you can say, or in their on their site. Like let's say Netflix has some new shows, and if you have subscribed the Netflix, then they will send you a notification about the show, right? That is the real time notification. Similarly, some new items is added to the Flipkart or some Amazon, then they will send you a notification about that, right? So that is what the real time notification system is, and this is how we can develop this real time notification system. That is what we are going to discuss in this video. So let's get started for that, and let me try to go to the next slide to discuss more about the SSE first, and then with the practical implementation we'll see how we can develop a real time notification system. So let me go to the next slide, and here you can see real time notifications are essential for dynamic and interactive application. Server sent events, which is SSE, is a lightweight, efficient protocol for real time communication. Okay, so SSE is nothing but is a lightweight, efficient protocol for real time communication from server to the client. The presentation covers SSE implementation in Spring Boot. So let me go to the next slide, and here what is SSE? SSE is a unidirectional communication protocol from the server to the client. So you can see it is a unidirectional one, which says the notification from the server to the client. It is not the bidirectional, which has the both way communication. It has only one way communication, which says like the notification will be published from the server to the client. It is based on HTTP and provide continuous stream of data. The common use case include notification, live feeds, and monitoring dashboard. So these are the common use cases of the SSE. Now let me go to the next slide. How SSE works. Okay, so the client establishes a connection using event source API. Okay, so we are going to develop two APIs. One would be trying to send the notification to the client. So that is what event source API is, and the server stream data constantly over the connection. The connection remains open until the server or the client closes it. SSE support automatic connection in the case of connection loss. So here you can see the workflow, how it works. So client establishes a connection using event source API. So we are going to develop in the backend two event source API, and in the front end I'm going to see how we can consume that one of the API from the backend, which will be trying to continuously publish the data over the API, and that API will be consumed by the client, and that data will be rendered to the client. Okay, the connection remains open until the server or the client closes it, and the SSE support automatic reconnection in the case of connection loss. So this is how it works. Now go to the next slide. These are the implementation steps that we are going to do. So first of all, we are going to create a Spring Boot application. We are going to create a REST controller to handle the SSE endpoints. We also need to configure the course and the security settings if we need it, and develop a HTML client. So in the front end, we are going to create a HTML page, and in that page, we are going to see how we can use this event to call the backend APIs, which are going to render the data, and then like that API will be consumed by the front end, and then the data will be fetched, and then data will be streamed. Okay, so develop a HTML client to consume the SSE stream and test the implementation using Postman or the curl, or either you can go to the browser and also you can check it out. So these are the implementation steps. Now going to the testing system. So let's say first what we have to do is we have to start the Spring Boot application, and then open the HTML client in a browser, monitor the network tab for the SSE connection, and then let's say we have developed this API which we are going to send the message. Okay, so using that API we are going to send the message from the backend, and then once the message will be sent, and then that message should be populated or should be displayed over the client. So those things we are going to see through the notification. Okay, so this is what we are going to do, and if you are not getting the steps, let me develop the things so that you will get the whole steps or a whole thing in very detail. So let me go to the next slide and discuss about the conclusion here. So SSE is a simple and efficient way to implement the real-time notification. Spring Boot provides seamless support for SSE. Follow best practices for course and security and testing, and then use the SSE for application like live updates, notification, and the dashboard. So these are the things you can do. Now this is about the basic of SSE and how we are going to implement it out for the notification system. So let's get started, and let me try to go to the next slide and come out of it. Okay, so we are good now. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a Spring Boot application here. So I'm going to use the IntelliJ Ultimate version. So here you can see we are going to the file new project, and here itself we are going to find the Spring Boot option where we can create a Spring Boot application. If you are not using the IntelliJ Ultimate version, what you can do is you can go to the Spring Initializer website, and there itself you will find this page, and then you can create your application there and then download the zip file, open it in the ID that you are comfortable in. So we are good. Now let me try to create the application here. So let's say it is a real-time notification system. Okay, now select the Maven here, go next, choose Lombok, and Spring Web, go next. Okay, open it in a new tab and then wait for few seconds. It will take few seconds of your time to download the dependency that you have added, and also configure the other thing that is needed. Okay, load this as a Maven project, and just wait for few seconds. You can see here resolving the dependency and all those things is being done. So wait for that. Now before going to do the real implementation, let me tell you that we don't need that Spring Web. We need the Spring Reactive Web here. Okay, we are going to use the Spring Reactive Web. So let me try to include that dependency as well. So for that, go to the pom.xml, and here itself you will find the option to add the dependency. So here you can see edit status. Just select it out, and we don't need the web, so just remove it. We need the reactive web. So Spring Reactive Web, just included this one, and I think we don't need the Spring Web, so just remove it. Okay, and just wait for a few seconds. It will download this, and then you can start. So you can see that we have the Spring started web flux. This is a reactive web, and we are good now. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create a controller that will have two APIs. One will one will use to send the event, okay, and the other will be used to emit the event. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. So we are going to develop two APIs. One will try to catch up the event, will try to consume the event, and the other will try to produce the event. Okay, so let me go to the source, go to the main Java, and here before going to develop the this controller, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the DTO here. So to create the DTO, let me try to create a notification DTO that will have only two things. One is the timestamp, another would be the message, I think. Okay, so let me try to notification. Okay, now here I'm just going to create two DTOs. One would be, sorry, I'm going to, like, we have created this notification DTO where we have only two parameters. One would be the message and the other would be the timestamp of the message when it is being published. Okay. So for that, let me try to create these two variables called string. Let's say it is a message, and then we'll try to create one timestamp. Okay. Just do this. We have the long box, so that is why we are going to directly use this annotation to create the all argument constructor, no argument constructor, and getter and setters. Okay, so for that data we have. Okay, so we are good. Now we have created the DTO. Now I'm just going to create the controller here. So let's say notification controller. Okay, so this is a controller. We need to annotate this with @rest controller, and then let's say I'm going to use some request mapping here, where I'm going to uh, keep the, let's say, base URL as notification for this. So notifications, we are good now. Now what we have to do is we have to create two APIs. One will try to send the notification or try to publish the notification that is being sent by the user, and then other will try to emit that one. Okay, or you can say produce that one. So let me try to create that. So where we are going to, there should be a common platform where we should be publishing and emitting, right? There should be publishing the message and emitting that message from. So there should be a common buffer, right? So for that only we are going to create a buffer here. So, or you can say sync. Let me try to create that private final sync dot many notification. Okay, and let's say its name is notification sync. Okay, and here we are going to use the back pressure buffer to create that sync. Okay, so just double equal to let's say syncs dot many dot multicast dot on back pressure buffer. Okay, so we are good. We have created this thing where we'll try to publish our messages, and then that sync will also try us helping in emitting the messages. So we are going to create two APIs. One will try to publish the message, another will try to emit the message. So for that, let me create that one. So let's say the first one is send, or you can say publish, anything is fine. So let's say get. Before going to do that, let me try to add some comment here so that it will be easy for us. Okay, so this API help us publishing the message or notification. Okay, or you can say publish. Okay, now let me create that. So it is a get mapping here. Let's say it is send and public, let's say string notification, send notification, something like, or send notification should be there, or let's say publish notification, anything is fine. Now we are going to pass here as this message as a request parameter. So string message, and we have the message. Now we need to publish this message to the sync that we have created. Okay, so this notification equal to new notification, and in that we need to pass the message here. And what is happening here? Let me add a return stream. Okay, that will do. Here, let me try to use the sync that we have created. So let's say notification sync dot try emit. Okay, next pass this notification here that we have created, and then simply try to return the statement. Let's say notification sent and with the message. Okay, so notification sent with the message. Let's say this is the message that we are going to append, and here what we are just remove this one. Why we are getting the error here? Let me try to see. Okay, is this being the DT or no? Okay. So we should be having to, in the DTO, there is a all argument constructor and the no argument constructor. There is no one parameter constructor. Okay, so I think we need to create that. So go to the notification, create one constructor here which has one argument, which is a string message. Okay, so let's say public notification string message. Inside this this dot message, and we are also going to use the timestamp here. So let's say timestamp, but we are not passing the timestamp. Okay, we are just getting it from the system dot current time millisecond. Okay, so we have one argument constructor which is message here. Now go to the controller. We are good. So we have created the API that help us publishing the notification. Now just let me try to create an API that will try to emit the notification. Okay, so for that how we can do that, let me try to create one get mapping again. So I'm just going to copy this out, paste it here, just remove this. Let's say it is only notification, nothing appended after the notification. So it is a pure the API would be like HTTP localhost 8080 notification. Okay, and the first one would be sent. Okay, now what this will produce? This will produce something produce. Okay, so let me try to provide what it will produce. So it will produce the text event stream value. Okay, so just select the media type dot okay dot text event stream value. Okay, so this is what it is going to produce, and let's say its name is stream notification, and we are not going to pass anything here. Just remove this as a request parameter, and then what we are going to do is we are going to return this as a flux of notification, not as a string. So for that, flux of notification, just import the flux here, and you have to use the notification here, notification sync, and then as flux. Okay, that is what we have to return from here. So return notification sync as flux, and we are good now. We have developed these two APIs. One will try to send the notification, another will try to stream the notification. Okay, or you can say emit the notification, and this one will be used by the front end to consume the notification sent by this API. Okay, so this is the endpoint to stream the notification. Okay, so endpoint to stream the notification. Okay. Now we are good with the API development. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the front end here. So for the front end, what you can do, go to the resource, go to the static here, create one, let's say index, any name would be fine, index.html, and just going to edit out. And here what I have is I have this front end ready already. I will explain you what we have written here as a code. So you can see we have created one HTML file and we have provided the content, and the title would be SSE test. Okay. Now if you'll go down, you can see that ID is notifications, and here you can see we are going to consume the stream API here. Okay. And once we have this stream API in the event constant, we are going to just receive the message from it, and then we are going to load that message. So simple thing we are going to do here in the front end. We are just going to call this API, have the data, and then display the data. Okay. I will provide the link of this whole applications of GitHub in the description of this video, so that you can find this page as well, and then directly you can come here and then take this out. Okay, so this is about that front end, and here you can see this is giving us the option to open this page. Okay, so we are good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the application here and then try to test it out. So just run this application first, and first what we have to do is we have to publish some of the messages, and then that messages would be automatically displayed on the client side, which would be our web page. So this application is starting. Just wait for a few seconds. And before that, what I'm going to do is let me try to open this page on the browser app. So you can see it's loading with SSE test, and what we can do is we can also open the more tool and then developer of tools, so that we can see the network time and the loadings and everything what is happening behind. So we are good. Our application is also up on the port number 8080, and if you'll go to the notification controller, you can see that we have the notifications. Okay, so it should be / notification, and then again let me try to rerun this. So the API to publish the message or notification is sent, and then this is the API which would be stream the notification sent. Okay, and this is what we are consuming in the front end. If you'll go there to the front end, you can find it out. Our application is up on the port number 8080 locally, and then notifications. So we are good. Again, let me try to run this application and then try to see what is happening on the client side. So first we'll try to publish some of the messages, and then we'll see how it is being reflected on the client side. So just run this again, and here you can see you can hit this API from here itself, or you can use the Postman, or you can use the curl, or you can directly go to the browser and then try to hit it out. So just I'm going to the browser. Here I'm just going to this, and let's say welcome to. Okay, so message equal to, let's say, welcome to engineering adda, something like that. Hit it, and you can see that notification sent, welcome to engineering adda. We don't have the space, that is why it is coming like this. And if you'll come here on this, you can see that we are getting 200, but we are not seeing anything here as a notification. Okay, so this is not working as expected. So you can see that I think because of the cross origin it might be happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the course here. So our front-end application is up on the port number 63342. So just going to add the course here, and go to the notification controller here, try to add it out at the rate cross origin. Just remove this one. This one is also not needed. Now run this again and then try to see if this works. If not, we'll see what is the issue. Okay, so you can see our application is up on the port number 8080. Now go again here and then let's say I'm going to publish again. We have published it out and still it's failing with this. Again, let me try to go there to this application, go to the console and then see. So it says type definition error notification, real time notification. Okay. Closing connection notification for this, but server already committed 200 / notifications, but server already committed 200. Codec exception type definition this. Okay, we are getting some exception here. At least we are getting the exception when it is failing. So we have some issue here at the back end. What is the issue? We'll try to see. So I took the time and then debug the code and could figure out that this error is coming because of the this notification DTO class. We don't have proper getter and setter here, so that is why it is coming up. So what I will do, I will try to remove these annotations and then simply try to create the getter and setter for this message and the timestamp here. So let me try to generate and then create the getter only for both of them, and then we are good. Now go to the controller and nothing is changed in the controller. You can see the same here itself, and only the change that we are going to make is in the notification here. It was not able to convert the response into the notification DTO class, and that is why we are getting it out. So I took the time and then try to remove this all Lombok annotation that we were using, and simply I'm going to use the getter here. Okay, so just remove this as well and then try to run this application again, and then we'll try to hit it out and then see how it is working. So it will take few seconds of time. Just wait for that. Go to the browser, and here you can see how we are going to send the notification first, or send the message first, or publish the message first. So we have published it out. Now if you'll go to the this SSE test, let me refresh it out, and you can see that we are able to get the message here at the timestamp as well. So as soon as you will publish it out, it will come up here in the client side as a notification. So let me try to open a new tab for this and just make this one as a other tab, and then we'll parallelly see how it is notifying the client. Okay, so we are going to publish the message or notification at one end, and at the another end we'll try to see how it is coming up, what time it is taking. Okay, so you can see that the first message is being displayed, but we'll try to send the other message as well. So let's say welcome to YouTube, something like that, and you can see as soon as we are publishing it out, we can see that it is notified to the client. So this is how a real notification system can be developed using the SSE. Okay, server sent event. And this is about the video, guys. If you like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe the channel for more such content. Thanks.